Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I've got a story that's packed with twists and turns, a sprinkle of revenge, and a whole lot of irony. It all begins with me getting my first mobile phone back in 2004 after finishing high school. It was a chunky, second-hand Nokia, but hey, it was mine. I promised myself that one day I would buy a shiny new phone with my own hard-earned money. Fast forward to college, where I had a long 2-hour commute every day. It was during this time that I excelled academically, racking up awards, and eventually earning a cash prize that allowed me to upgrade to a Sony Ericsson K300i. Little did I know, I was about to inherit a headache along with my new phone, a number that belonged to a real piece of work named BITSA. Now at first, I thought it was just a simple mix-up, but by the third day of using my new phone, I was bombarded with calls from various financial institutions, all looking for this guy, BITSA. It turned out this number had been his for over 20 years. I was determined to keep my premium number, so I started a tedious routine of blocking these wrong numbers. Every time I got a new phone, it was like starting over. The frustration was real. In 2009, I finally landed my first job. Fast forward to 2010, and I found myself assigned to a notorious project led by none other than BITS. Yes, the same BITSA from the phone calls. Little did I know, the man who had been haunting my phone for years was now going to be the bane of my work life. BITS was the kind of manager who thrived on chaos. From the moment we stepped into the office, it was a relentless barrage of emails and messages, each more urgent than the last. Project deadlines changed on a whim, and we were expected to work late into the night and through weekends. It was suffocating. Who schedules meetings during lunch breaks and after hours? BITS did. His micromanagement was suffocating. He took credit for anything we did right, while any mistake was met with a tirade that left us all shaking. I couldn't believe my luck when I discovered during a company merger that his full name was indeed BITSA. Suddenly, everything clicked into place. All those years of receiving calls for this guy were intertwined with my current nightmare at work. I couldn't let this go. I needed to dig deeper. I spoke to an old mentor from my hometown who confirmed my suspicions. BITSA was indeed the same person wreaking havoc in my office. By this point, I was furious. I had been dealing with the fallout from his financial mess for almost a decade, and now I was stuck under his reign at work. And here comes the sweet, sweet revenge. I decided it was time to turn the tables. I unblocked all the numbers calling me. Sure, I was getting about 5 to 6 calls daily, but once I unblocked around 150 numbers, that quickly escalated to 15 to 18 calls a day. But this time, I wasn't just saying wrong number. Oh no. I politely explained that the owner had changed his number and even provided them with his current number to update their records. But here's where I might have crossed the line. I also gave them his manager's contact info, just in case. The fallout was epic. Turns out, BITSA had been taking loans in everyone's name, his wife, his family, you name it, and giving out that same phone number. He was evading nearly $200,000 in debt. Can you believe that? Almost 20 cases had been filed against him, but no one could track him down. It was like he thought he was invincible. So, what happened next? Well, within 2 months, his manager started receiving calls about him. The office was in chaos, and before long, he was let go. I couldn't help but feel a sense of justice. How poetic is it that the man who had made my life a living hell was now facing the consequences of his own actions? And just like that, I hadn't heard from him since.